God. This game's graphical quality definitely shows its age. Oh, right, he can't swim. It dies. I mean, I did die. I mean, Grant, it's still perfectly fine. Like, it's one of those things. As long as we remember what year this game came out in. Right, this game like, did something weird, Anua, where it gives him like his claws from his pre-Nuba state and his Nuba claws. Weird. Oh God. I never got into Skylanders. I'll be honest, I didn't get into many of the come to life toy games. The only one I really played was Lego Universe, and that's just because those came with minifigs that would still work with other Lego sets. And came with some that could only be obtained from there, like the Lego Doctor, Sonic. Oh, at the time, Lego Sonic is now a thing. But remember, we need to make Sonic more Eggman. Really? I never, of like all the toys I collect, like Toy Series I collected as a kid, the only one that I think the only thing that I ever actually had a complete collection of was, I believe, have a complete collection of all the Toa for the Ignica line. Which was the one with the marble shooters and the light up weapons. And also had a way better trail than it had any right to have. Why the song Move Along is always perpetually stuck in my head. There's one thing I could say of this level. Please, for the love of God, stop the goddamn motion blur. Oh, that playing as the Toa of Earth is perfectly fine. This guy was always kind of fun. He was just always a jolly guy. Him and the Toa of Stone were really fun. I've just given up collecting all the light stones. I'm just going for level depletion. Yokai Watch was a little bit after me. Like, Yokai Watch came out when I was in my teens. Or at least came here to the States. Give you an idea, I was a kid when the first Bioncle toy line dropped. I got these guys when they were brand new. What happened to the Legos? Well, Lego is still around. In terms of, Bioncle, the reason why Bioncle was eventually canned, if I remember correctly, was low sales were cited. There was a whole other arc set to take place after everything with Matanui, but lower sales really just marked the end of poor Bioncle. They tried to recapture what made Bioncle work with Hero Factory, but it just wasn't there. They did eventually try a reboot for Bioncle, but the toys were shit. One thing that, personally, I think did not help Bioncle was the over-reliance on gimmick toys towards the end. Because you had Ignica, then you had, I think it was Mahi, which was underwater. I hate this part. There's nothing I can do to, like, stop their damage. It's just instant kill. There was a lot of stuff Lego did at that time that were discontinued. One of which was eventually they would discontinue after, I think it was just 2 runs. The spiritual sequel to Bioncle, which was Hero Factory. There was Lego. I can't remember the exact name for it, but there was like a Mars mission Lego game that, not game, Lego sets that was like about these astronauts fighting aliens on Mars over crystals. Then there was Exo Knights, which I'll be honest, those were actually kind of cool, just because they had some really cool minifigs. Their robot minifig was really good. I liked that one as a kid. Really, if I remember correctly, the only older Lego, or like original Lego series that's still going on would be, if I remember correctly, Ninjago. And even then, it's kind of like completely reinvented itself over the years. You have to time this a little too precisely for my liking. My God! Okay, that was not spite. Yeah, they're definitely but granted, the Bioncle community in particular has always been pretty strong. As I mentioned, there's the currently in the works fan game, the Masks of Power, which actually has character models that are dead ringers for the original toys. Ah! I was close, I was at the last one. I don't know if jumping actually helps, because I believe you walk as fast as you jump. Oh, finally! Yeah, I even kind of like how creative they were with some, like, making some of the designs stand out. Like, Anua here, his body is just the normal Bioncle body flipped upside down. Him and Pohatu, if I remember correctly, is his name, were the same, were their bodies just flipped upside down. But I will say, I think the one thing that, I don't know, if Bioncle was ever to come back, I think the one thing that has to be remembered for Bioncle's got to be like an entire franchise thing. Because Bioncle, even in its name, was always meant to be Chronicle. So Bioncle was made with a lot of lore in mind. Again, I mentioned it. There were comics. There were a couple books. The comic was long running, actually. It would run in the Lego magazine. You would get an issue, but it was kind of hard to collect them all, which made the narrative really hard to follow. I actually had a few growing up. And like you read the comics, they would actually lead right into the movies. Like, the one that was really good when it came to that was, Glatorians, which was the second to last Bioncle. That was when they were gladiators. After the gladiators, we would have one more year of, the Legends, or the All-Star line, which was basically just, they re-released some of the, like, top villains, top heroes, as a final send-off to Bioncle. Like, they had a year 1 Tahu mask in the modern mask style. You had a return of which I remember here. It was a lot of the I'm trying to remember who was, like, because that line only had 6. Okay, I remember this. So actually, fun little thing with the Rockshi. The Borok never, from what I remember, never really had a reason behind their colors. They were just the same as the Toa. The Rockshi were actually like a full-blown inversion to the Toa. Like, the masks all meant something. Like, they all had various abilities. Like, right, I remember it's annoying to get him to stop pushing the rocks. Like, Pohatu's actually gives them super speed. Leyua's, the green Toa's actually lets him fly. I believe this one was super strength. Kopaka's gives them, telescopic vision, and so on and so forth. Actually, I think he has X-ray vision. Golly's is what lets her breathe underwater. But the Rockshi were actually, like, poison, fear, mistrust. One thing they kind of downplay in this, but like is a big deal with the, if you go into like the comics and everything, is Tahu's ego. Same with Kopaka. Him and Tahu do not get along very well. Ooh, that was a little close. I have no plans at covering the other Bioncle games, though if I did, I'd probably cover Bioncle Heroes. Which is, I think, the only other real one of note besides some, like, PC games. Like, they were, like, browser-based games. So there is one that is, that, I believe there's a group dedicated to trying to bringing it back. There you go, Green Rockshi down. He doesn't even get a line, he just dies. I love it.